Check 1, 2. We're live. We're live. I'm hearing this for the first time with you. Never heard it before. It's getting heavy, they're clutching their rosary beads. Surfy rock. Caroline Rose, sexy girl, sexy guitar. Scruffy drummer. I don't know. I'm not moved by it. I'm not blown away by it. I'm not knocked over by it. It's. It sounds like a little searching. Sounds like a good singer, songwriter, but the band is a little flat. The band's got no balls. They're just following her, note for note. I try to be nice with this stuff, you know. I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, but you know, hey, not everything is my cup of tea. So you got to believe it, man. The bribery, the fucking bribery scheme with Joe Biden and his son and his allies in the Ukraine to stop that horrible story about Joe Biden and his laptop and his quid pro quo. In the Ukraine, this horrible thing that, in my view, and this reporter's view, I've always said it, is the catalyst that caused the collapse of Ukraine, the capturing of Ukraine by Russia, by creating a power vacuum. The United States backed Ukraine and Zelensky for a long time, and then Trump simply asked, you know, the Ukrainian government, Zelensky, to, you know, give us the goods on Joe Biden and this bribery scheme. And for that, the Congress, led by Nancy Pelosi and Adam Schiff, basically impeached Donald Trump for even asking about their prized Joe Biden. Right? This is what causes power vacuums, right? And what was going on? What was Joe Biden and Hunter Biden covering up? You know the story. It goes all the way back to 2016, 17, 18, Burisma. The Burisma gas company hired Joe Biden to buy influence, millions and millions of dollars pouring into the Biden family, and Joe Biden, subsequently giving favors for that money. It's bribery. It's quid pro quo. It happens at every level of government, but this is, very, very blatant because the evidence is incredibly clear. Now, the other side of that is that we're entering into an election year. And since the United States unequivocally has become a banana republic in terms of elections, yes, it is a banana republic. They're throwing each other in jail. They're throwing each other in jail. The Democrats are trying to throw the front runner, Donald Trump, in fucking jail for fiction, mostly, things that real estate people do all the time. But on the other hand, Joe Biden is left with his ass hanging out with his crackhead son, who clearly and unequivocally were involved in a bribery scheme in Burisma. Now, there's new evidence. We've heard that story before. But new evidence is rolling in. The Senate, you got a lot of people complained that the Republicans were fucking blocking McCarthy from becoming the House Speaker because they wanted these Senate, they wanted these judiciary seats, these committee seats. And now that they got them, guys like Comer, guys like Jim Jordan are knocking the skin off the ball, going after the Bidens. Okay, so you've got, I mean, it is an incredibly, fucking bizarre time in American politics where the two leading candidates are both being criminally prosecuted for, I don't know, in my view, Trump is being criminally prosecuted for investigating the Democratic leader, Joe Biden. And the rebound is that, he's being, look, if there was, here's the deal with Hunter Biden. Let's just look at Hunter Biden for a second. Without Hunter Biden, right, without Joe Biden, there is no Hunter Biden. If you're going to say that Hunter Biden was taking money in the Ukraine for giving favors, what fucking favor does Hunter Biden have to offer anybody except another hit off his crack stem or the phone number to a good hooker or, I don't know, what kind of paint to use on his next painting, right? He has nothing to offer. All he has to offer is his father's influence. That's the whole fucking story, right? Hunter Biden was taking money and funneling it back to the family to buy influence in the Ukraine, to get the guy who was investigating, Hunter Biden and Joe Biden, get that guy fired in the Ukraine. Fire that guy, and they did it. They got him fired. Right. So that's influence peddling. That's what it looks like. And then what happens is, what does the United States do? They vilify the president, Zelensky, for siding with Trump, having this dirty conversation on the phone that everybody heard that wasn't dirty at all. And they impeach him over it. So you create a power vacuum. The president of the United States no longer has credibility in the region. So what does Putin do? What the fuck is, what do you think is going to happen in situations like that? It's gang warfare, right? When you knock off the leader of a gang, the other gang comes in and fills the void. So that's my assessment of what's going on in Ukraine. So this notion of supporting Ukraine and, the poor people of Ukraine, fuck you, man. Let it fall, right? And stop interfering. If Trump was still president, if Trump and Trump's policy and Trump's, direction was still in place, there would have been no collapse of Ukraine. It would not have happened. Putin would not have been in a position to do that. But that's neither here nor there. You could dispute that argument, but it looks pretty clear that the Bidens created that vacuum, and now we all own it. So anyway, so this is my thumbnail today. Joe Biden. We're going to look at all the latest on this. They got an informant. The FBI has an informant, a credible, informant. He's been there for a long time, and he's now, or she, whatever it is, coming clean with exactly what the conversations entailed. Breaking news, right? So it's breaking even more and more because of the Senate, the Judiciary Committee, Jim Jordan and Comer and Marjorie Taylor Greene as well, all pushing. Now, again, as a disclaimer, I don't like the idea that that they're trying to lock each other up. But did Trump really lock up any of the Democrats? Not really. He flexed, he threatened. But the Democrats turned around and tried to lock him up, impeach him. There's still 35 felony charges against Trump in New York by the racist Alvin Bragg and Letitia James. Right? 35 felonies hanging over Trump's head. Right? That was the first blow. Right? The Democrats did that. Right? And so the Republicans are saying, well, if they're going to go after Trump, they're going to go after us too. They're criminalizing, they're weaponizing the justice system against us, and I think that's clear. I think that's very clear. Really, I mean, I'm not on any side of the political spectrum. I'm just telling you what I see, legally and morally and politically. What the Bidens were doing in this region is quid pro quo. It's bribery, taking money and delivering favors in the name, using your name, the United States of America, as security and all its glory. Right? If you win Joe Biden, you also win the United States military. Right? You win command of the United States by giving money to Joe Biden directly. Right? That's the kind of business these guys are in. That's the kind of business Nancy Pelosi is in. That's the kind of business John, the Nader guy, that guy from New York, the congressman, that's what Adam Schiff is in the business of. I mean, you could make the argument, too, that Mitch McConnell is in that, category as well, Chuck Schumer. They're all in that category, but here we got the president of the United States caught red-handed. So that's what we'll talk about. It's my thumbnail today. Thank you, everybody, for joining me in the chat. Are we here? Where are we? Oh, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. It's Friday. Vinny DiMartini in the house. Jim Girard. We'll look at the markets, too. Markets got slammed yesterday, and it looks like they're recovering at the moment. Yeah, the NASDAQ is, we're all green right now, but what a red day we had. NASDAQ looks like it's going to open up 100, Dow up 80, and S&P 500 up 21. Yeah, so and we'll look at the meme stocks. Loving Rivian right now. Oh man, do I love Rivian. Rivian ready to explode at $25 a share, 26 I think it's up to now. Going, gone. Get it before it's gone. All right, that's going to be a $80, $100 stock very soon, and then it's going to go, as Rivian catches on, it's going to go 200, 300, 500. It's the electric car business, man. It's like the AI. Now, I also believe Tilray, which is really a fucking manipulated float. I got to tell you guys, man. You guys, whoever's manipulating that fucking float at Tilray, you bring it up, you bring it down, you bring it up, you bring it down. Come on already. Get out of the way. Right? And let the fucking stock go up. Right? Right? No suckers here. We're not suckers, motherfucker. Right? Get out of the way. And let the stock go up already. There's a lot of short players in that Tilray stock. And so, hey, man, I'm no sucker. I'm not going to get caught holding no bag while you guys drive it down to fucking zero. You got to get that. You got to get out of the way. When you get out of the way, people will get more interested. That's just the way it works. What the fuck is this? Hold on a second. I got to get rid of something. What is this? What is this? Oh, all right. I got rid of it. I don't know what that screen was. So anyway, my name is Marcus Conte, and that's what we're reporting on today. Marcus in the morning, every morning, philosophical, educational live stream recorded before a live studio audience. These are all real players, not players, people. These are human beings in America and abroad. William R. Hall, Chris Milk, Jim Girard in the house, TJ, Zoot Suit Cruder, David Brown, Mikhail Sly in the house. What's up, man? I hope you're doing well, Mikhail. I know your story, and my heart bleeds for you every time I read your name with the whole, you know what I mean thing. And just hang in there, my friend. Hang in there. There's hopefully there's hope on the horizon there. Spirit Child in the house, and Weevil Girl, and Vinny DiMartini on the wrenches. The wrenches are here. Weesty, TJ, and everybody else. Thank you all for joining me. AU Image Vision as well. And live crew today. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate that. And every morning, 9 a.m., you don't have to, if you want to be part of the studio audience, just come at 9 o'clock. Or just watch the rerun on social media, Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Facebook, Twitter, Getter, Truth Social, everywhere. So we're everywhere. So let's start here. So what would you do? Think about this. You're a street vendor. You're a street vendor one day in Johannesburg, South Africa. And you're selling your pocketbooks on the street. And watch the video, man. You don't know what's going to happen, right? And this guy, watch what happens. There's an explosion. Watch this. Guys, pocketbooks for sale. You want a pocketbook, man? I can sell you a pocketbook. I give you, oh, what the fuck is that? Oh my God, I almost got hit by a bus. Isn't that crazy? Watch that again. Watch the explosion. Watch this. Boom. Wow, he barely jumped out of the way. Watch. Go. Watch him jump out of the way. Man, if he wouldn't have moved, the fucking truck would have landed right on him. He was dead. He was crushed. He got out of the way. His ears are probably fucking bleeding, being that close to the explosion. But what was the explosion in Johannesburg? It looks like a gas pipe blew up in the street. It wasn't a bomb. You could see how it cracked the street. The whole thing, it blew up under the street. And maybe a bomb, I don't know. The gas company's saying it wasn't us. But fucking what a video, man. Just what would you do, man? That guy was like, he's going to watch this video and say, God was with me. Oh, man. It was inches. Literally. Inches. It almost clipped his heels. Oh, fucking congratulations, guy. He got away with his life. So let's go right in. Biden, $10 million bribery file released. Burisma chief said he was coerced to pay Joe Stupid Hunter, Joe and Stupid Hunter in bombshell allegation. So all the people that were involved with Hunter Biden said he was an idiot. He was stupid. He was a dumb nobody selling his father's influence. That's all he was. That's all he had to offer. So a bombshell FBI informant file describing a $10 million bribery allegation against President Biden and his son Hunter was released Thursday by the good Senator Chuck Grassley, showing that a Ukraine oligarch claimed that he was coerced into making the payoff. So what more do you need? Do we now everybody's a liar? All these guys are lying? It never happened. No. Well, Mykola Zlovansky, the owner of Burisma Natural Gas Company, told the FBI informant in 2016 while meeting at a coffee shop in Vienna, Austria, that it cost $5 million to pay one Biden and $5 million to pay another. Now, at the time, Joe Biden wasn't the president, but what was he? He was the vice president in line to someday inherit the throne of the presidency after Hillary Clinton fucking, imploded and they threw Bernie Sanders under the bus. What was their next candidate? Joe Biden, the vice president. So there it is. There's the FBI informant informing the FBI as early as 2016 that it cost $5 million to pay one Biden, $5 million to pay the other. Now, also in that scenario, where's the big problem? They told the fucking FBI agent, the FBI informant working for the FBI on behalf of the people, told them what was happening. And what did the FBI do? Absolutely nothing. No, they did something. They buried it. And then they went on social media and tried to criminalize the discussion. So deep corruption being revealed here, both at Joe Biden's White House, vice presidency, whatever, and now his presidency, still trying to stuff the story. And certainly, certainly elsewhere. So the informant made some comment that although Hunter Biden was stupid and his dog was smarter, the informant needed to keep Hunter Biden on Burisma board, quote, so everything would be okay. Yeah, keep Hunter Biden around, pay him, what, $1 million, and everything in the United States will be just fine. Now, is there a direct money trail from Burisma to Joe Biden? No. There's a million ways to cover that money. It goes into one fund. It goes into a nonprofit organization. The nonprofit organization makes a donation to Joe Biden. There's a million ways to cover your trails. And I'm sure Joe Biden and Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi and all the rest of the bad bunch know every trick, right? Because that's all they know how to do, is get the money. The federal informant, the Ukraine American who has been a trusted, highly credible FBI source for over a decade and was paid six figures, according to Grassley, describes 4 conversations with the informant, beginning with a meeting near Kyiv in 2015 or early 2016 and continuing through a 2019 phone call. So 3-year reign of this sort of stuff. Millions of dollars landing in Joe Biden's pocket. The informants, because we only pay our president and vice president $200,000 and $400,000, so they got to steal the millions. Joe Biden shouldn't be a millionaire. Barack Obama sold the rights to his book for $50 million, and he gives talks. But the reality is, should Nancy Pelosi? Does anybody really want to come to a meeting with Nancy Pelosi right now that she has no power? Hell fucking no. Right? And so that's how they do it. They peddle their presence. They peddle their influence. Right? So the informant allegedly claims to have 17 recordings of conversations with Biden, 2 of which involved Joe, as well as many text messages. And the 2 documents that the informant understood to be financial records of payments to the Bidens. This is damning fucking evidence. This is an FBI informant who knew all about it and obviously informed the FBI, and the FBI stuffed it. They shelved the story and went after not only the New York Post. They went after, of course, they went after everybody. They went after Trump. Trump wouldn't have 25 fucking felonies hanging over his head if he didn't expose the corruption here, right? And why do the Democrats defend it? Why are the Democrats and the progressives and all these jerk-offs, why do they defend someone like Trump? For 2 reasons. One, they think Trump is the orange monster. They're convinced that they've got the Trump derangement syndrome. Trump is bad, and he'll always be bad, and he's got to go away. And I hate that motherfucker. And oh my God, they're talking about Trump. How could you support that motherfucker? They got the derangement syndrome. That's part one. I forgot the other part. I forgot what I was saying. I got caught up in the derangement. I'll think about it. So the informant might have difficulty explaining suspicious wire transfers that may evidence any illicit payments to the Bidens. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to find the money trail. These guys are professional, money fucking scammers. So there's a lot of documents were redacted. This is Burisma. Okay, so this is the informant. It is a guy. Mykola Zlozinski. He's the informant. He's informant number 1. Right? He's the FBI spy. He's a spy. Right? He's one part Ukrainian. He gets in there, and he fucking spies on the Ukrainians for the United States government, and for the FBI. The FBI has an informant in there, right? And what does the FBI do? Instead of using the credible information and shutting Biden and his shit down, they find out who's responsible for enforcing it, right? Who's responsible in the Ukraine for enforcing the laws against Biden, right? They find that guy and they go after him and get him fired, right? It's reverse fucking logic, right? Instead of the FBI holding Biden accountable for his crime, they go after the people that are allegedly prosecuting him in the Ukraine. Right? That's who your government is. That's how they're operating. Right? And this guy's telling you all about it. There's many, many references throughout these things of the big guy, references to the big guy, which was described as, which is Joe Biden. 10% cut for Joe Biden, the big guy, as early as 2017. So here's some of the commentary. Excerpts from the FBI's confidential informant file on Biden. They hired Hunter Biden to protect us through his dad from all kinds of problems. So the informant met with Vladimir Polzowski, chief financial officer of Burisma. Right? So the FBI informant sat down with the CFO of Burisma, and this is some of the things he said. Right? The informant, Volosky, the FBI informant, replied something to the effect of, quote, "Don't worry, Hunter will take care of all those issues through his dad." The informant did not ask any further questions about what that specifically meant. Right. Don't worry about it. My father's the president of the United States. I'm telling you, don't worry about it. Just keep the money flowing and everything will be fine. Right. The informant suggested Zolowski, the FBI informant, hire some attorney for $50,000 to litigate the case. He said, it cost $5 million to pay one Biden and $5 million to pay another. Wow. The informant made some comment that although Hunter Biden was stupid and his dog was smarter, the informant needed to keep Hunter Biden on the board so everything will be okay. We saw that. Stated that the informant stated he didn't want to pay the Bidens and he was pushed to pay them. Ooh, so now it's not only bribery, but it's extortion. Right? You give us the money or your whole fucking house will collapse. He pushed him. He said in many texts and recordings that show that he was coerced to make the payments. So it wasn't like, hey man, somebody from out of nowhere just said, hey, we'll give you $10 million and you make our problems go away. No, Biden's approached them and said, you give us $10 million and your problems will go away. That's gangster shit, man. That's the fucking mob right there. That's how the mob operates. Asked whether Hunter Biden or Joe Biden told the informant he would retain Hunter Biden. The informant said they both did. Should they retain Hunter Biden? Right? The informant says, should they... When asked, the informant asked whether Hunter or Joe Biden told the informant, should they hold on to Hunter? He's saying that they both did. Joe Biden and his son said, yeah, you better retain us or else. Right? That's extortion right there. So 17 recordings, 15. We haven't heard any. We haven't seen any of them. The informant responded he did not send any funds directly to the big guy. Right? Of course not. Joe Biden is everything but stupid in that regard. Of course, the president of the United States is not going to have a direct paper trail, a direct money trail leading to his bank account. That would be stupid. That would be, that's you got to listen to the Clintons for that, how to launder money. You put it in the Panama tax haven or in Ireland or somewhere. You make a deposit into a safe haven, and then the safe haven gives it to another safe haven or a fucking, a non-profit shell company here in the U.S., and then suddenly $5 million makes its way to Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. The money transfer is going to be very hard to prove. But you've got the informant. Now, go after the guilty party. Put Joe Biden on the stand and say, what did you do with the money, Joe? What did you do with the... Where's the money? Will Joe Biden ever give back the $5 million and $10 million? Hell fucking no. So we got a very corrupt situation here. There's no doubt about it. And they're throwing each other in jail. One is valid. This seems valid. You can argue. You can go through Trump's records, and does anybody believe that Trump sided with the Russians as a spy? Such a ridiculous notion that Trump was spying. It's so fucking stupid that he was involved in hacking the elections with Putin and dumb and dumber. This right here is real, in my view. Hunter Biden's employment with Burisma emerged as a... what else we got here? Let's listen to some of these guys. I talked for a while. Let's listen. Oops. What happened?
President's son... She showed them evidence. She showed them evidence of the president's son committing a crime, violating the Mann Act. She showed the plane tickets. She showed the pictures. She showed the evidence. There's no question he violated it. That's another thing that he could have been charged with. At the end of the day,
this is the Judiciary Committee Chair, Comer. This is not just some talking head. This is the Judiciary Chairman, Comer, Republican chairman, telling you, spelling it out, screaming from the rooftops, they're corrupt.
When we wrap this report up, Hunter Biden's going to have between 6 and 10 criminal referrals. And the fact that he got a sweetheart plea deal.
Comer, Mr. Comer, Senator Comer, nobody gives a shit about Hunter Biden. The big story is, how did he get the money to his father? There is no Hunter Biden without Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the target. Joe Biden was taking the money. Joe Biden was responsible for delivering the favors for the money. That's what you have to go after. Fuck Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden is a distraction. Go after Joe Biden.
Over, a misdemeanor that should have been a felony according to the IRS whistleblowers. I mean, these guys were the ones that were leading this investigation. He violated the Foreign Agents Registration Act. He was money laundering. He was racketeering. He committed wire fraud. He violated the Mann Act. The list goes on and
extortion,
on and on, but yet he gets a slap on the wrist.
Quid pro quo.
The Democrats want to talk about, the two-tier system of justice is racist in America. Well, Hunter Biden's the ultimate white privilege guy here.
Yeah, also, that's the big headline there. That they're calling Hunter Biden the ultimate white privilege guy. Right? That's fucking crazy, right? The House Oversight Committee Chairman. What was I saying? The Oversight Committee Chairman, James Comer, said that Hunter Biden is the ultimate white privilege guy. All right, so the left is screaming white privilege, but meanwhile they got white privilege in the White House, right? Is it because Hunter Biden is white? No, it's because Hunter Biden is a crackhead and is a fucking, in the middle of a bribery scheme. Got thrown right into the middle of it by his fucking his deadbeat father. There's Comer. I think there's more video. I like the video.
So that amount would be...
Whoa.
How much money did Hunter Biden and his associates receive from the Romanian company you identified?
So it doesn't just stop with the Ukrainians. It doesn't just stop with that one Burisma deal. Listen to the House Committee Chairman spell it out. How many times Hunter Biden took money? Hunter Biden didn't take the money for himself. He took it half for himself and half for daddy.
How much money did Hunter Biden and his associates receive from the Romanian company you identified?
So that amount would be from Romania. So the approximate total transfers from the Romania company would have been $3.1 million to everyone.
3.1 million. How much did Hunter Biden and his business associates receive from State Energy HK Limited through the Robinson Walker LLC?
So total transfers from State Energy HK to Rob Walker was $3 million.
Millions and millions of dollars. 3 million here, 3 million there. Listen to the numbers.
Million. Was there a $100,000 payment from CEFC Infrastructure to Owasco PC, Hunter Biden's professional corporation?
Yes, Chairman.
Approximately how much was transferred to Hunter Biden and his business associates through Hudson West 3?
So the total transfers from Hudson West 3 to everyone was $3.7 million.
3.7 million. How much money did Hunter Biden and his business
We're over 10 million already.
associates receive from the Ukrainian company Burisma?
Burisma paid to everyone involved $6.5 million.
16 million already.
6.5 million. Burisma also paid Blue Star Strategies and a law firm hundreds of thousands of dollars, bringing the total Burisma payments to over $7 million. Is that correct?
That is correct, $7.3 million.
7.3 million.
Wow.
Between 2014 and 2019, this brings the total amount of foreign income streams received to approximately $17 million, correct?
That is correct.
$17 million to the Bidens. $17 million. What did Hunter Biden, what on earth did Hunter Biden do for $17 million?
Now, ultimately, we don't officially know why.
So let's hear Ted Cruz. Let's spin to the market, and then we'll look at listen to the good Congressman, Senator. Okay, we're pulling back just a little bit here. What do we got? Rivian. Whoa, Rivian is way up. Rivian making a run off the bottom. Go, go, go. Don't miss out. Rivian up 86 cents this morning, up 3%. Holy smokes, we're going higher. Rivian meme stock. Look at that strike off the bottom. Look at that. Look how it's going up. It's going up, man. There's no doubt about it. Let's gotta get rid of this fucking bullshit here. What is this? I gotta get rid of the extended. There it is. All right, so Rivian making a nice bump off the bottom. Come on, man. Stay up. Look at that breakout. Look at it breaking out overnight. All right, keep going, man. Keep going. I think we got a new high. Let's look at the 4 hour. This is the meme stock Rivian. Rivian electric car maker. You see how it bumped off the bottom. Everybody was like, what the fuck? And now it's not only holding in the 25s, it's right at the top of the range, ready to break out. I'd say next stop 30, 35. So it's a runaway train. Everybody's going to jump on board because it held. So Rivian, the next big stock, gave it to you here. Tilray, you guys got to stop manipulating that float, man. I'm sorry, Tilray. I love you guys. I love your marijuana idea, but you guys are fucking manipulating the float. This is no normal float. It goes up, it goes down. You guys can't get it off the bottom, right? You can't. You guys are holding it down on the bottom, and that's not good. It's not good for investors. You're not going to attract real people. You're still small. The people that are handling the float at Tilray are fucking small, stupid Canadian idiots, right? Controlling the float, right? Get off the fucking. Take your foot off the brake already. Get out of the way. And let the thing go up. It's a good company. It has to pay. It's the number one marijuana distributor throughout Canada. Stop fucking stepping on it. That's the other way to that's the other way to get under their skin. I'm kidding, of course. I don't mean anything I say. I'm just a talking head, man. What else is going on in the market? So yeah, Nasdaq is up. Dow Jones Industrial Average up another 54. Again, yesterday it got a little crushed. Looks like they're blowing smoke up Mark Zuckerberg's ass for his spectacular stock comeback, which you got to give him credit for. I don't know how the hell he did it. Facebook was down to $100 a share. Now it's $300. So he's doing something right. All the technology is back up today. Apple 194, ready to go to 300. Amazon 130, that's going to double. Google 120, that'll be 600 someday. And Facebook 300, I don't know. I didn't have much faith in it, but it is going up. Microsoft way up, $1.67. NVIDIA pulling back slightly, $2. Tesla was the drag yesterday, down $20 yesterday, only down $1 today. That's good news. It's holding. It got a little smacked, but now it's holding. So nobody's going to jump back into Tesla, but Tesla is heavily weighted on the NASDAQ. So when Tesla falls, everything falls. Holy vaccine, Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, Pfizer, all green today. All the vaccine stocks are green if you're into that sort of thing. How's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin down $100 today, 29,008. It can't get over 30. It can't get over 30. It goes 28, 29, 27, and 31, and then they're back down to 29. So it's having a problem there. No breakout right now in Bitcoin. What else we got? War stocks. Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, Boeing. Mixed this morning. Lockheed Martin down $1, Raytheon down 20 cents, Boeing up 68 cents. So market is good, I would say, right now. It got whacked yesterday, but remember, don't kid yourself. The momentum in the markets are up right now. The markets are going up. And when you see those sharp breaks down, that doesn't mean it's crashing. It means that that's profit taking. People are making money. And it goes up and they want to capture that profit and they take it, and it goes down and then they buy it again. That's how trading works. And so don't worry about it going down. Let's listen to little Ted Cruz in final analysis of the Biden family bribery scheme.
You said justice whistleblower. Anyway, sir, the headline here is the Bidens allegedly coerced Burisma CEO to pay them millions to help get Ukraine prosecutor fired. Now,
right? That was the reason. They paid Hunter. They wanted to get the guy fired. Listen to that. That's a big line, right?
Anyway, sir, the headline here is the Bidens allegedly coerced Burisma CEO to pay them millions to help get Ukraine prosecutor fired. Now, this goes back to that earlier story that had been circulating. Mm-hmm. What I didn't realize was that the Bidens coerced them to make this payment.
Yes.
And by the way, for context, the $5 million...
That's a big point right there. That's a huge point. That it's not like somebody came to Biden and said, hey, we'll give you $5 million if you do something for us. No, Biden and his son went to them and said, you give us $5 million, you give us $10 million, or else. That's a big difference. That's extortion. That is like, what are you going to say? No. What are you going to say? No. Ukraine depends on the United States for national security. You're going to tell the president of that country, fuck you? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to give him the $5 million and you shut up.
Joe, and the $5 million to Hunter is inside this 1023. You know, this reminds me, it was the Bidens who coerced the Chinese to give him money. If you remember that WhatsApp tape where Hunter says, my father is sitting right next to me. Anyway, Senator Cruz, what do you make of this?
Well, Larry, I have to say, every day the evidence keeps mounting, and the evidence that is coming in is, number one, of a widespread bribery scheme of Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and the entire Biden family to extract bribes from foreign nationals, from the Chinese communists, from Romania.
I'm going to let Ted Cruz take us out. See you guys. I'll see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend. Today is July 21 in our lives together. We'll see you on Monday. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the July warmth, the heat. Go outside, do some yoga. Get away from the microphone and stop screaming into it, in my case. And enjoy yourself. Drink some water. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Vinny DiMartini on the wrench. Weeble Girl, wrench as well. Cass Philly Camden, and everybody else who's here and participating. Thank you very much for joining us.
From Burisma in Ukraine. And it is a pattern to shake them down, to strong-arm them, and to do so in exchange for official action from then Vice President Joe Biden. With regard to Burisma, we have seen now the email from Burisma, the Ukrainian natural gas company, laying out the terms of Hunter Biden's engagement, where they were paying him $83,000 a month, $1 million a year. And they said in writing, the ultimate objective here is to stop the prosecutors from investigating the oligarch who owns Burisma. That makes clear Hunter doesn't know a damn thing about oil and gas. He doesn't speak Ukrainian. He had one value add, which is daddy. And it turns out that $83,000 a month was a very good investment, because just a couple of months after Hunter signed that contract, Joe Biden got on a plane, flew to Ukraine, and held over $1 billion of United States taxpayer aid hostage unless and until they fired the Ukrainian prosecutor who was investigating that oligarch. And as you know, Joe Biden on video explained, he said, well, son of a bitch, they fired the guy. And so in terms of quid pro quo, we know